Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again. After I just had my premiere with my Cheetor video, I was texting my good buddy Cato here. I can never get this right. And I just asked him, said, hey, man, you want to go live? You and I have not talked in ages. So we figured, what the hell? Let's shoot some shit.
Yeah, we text each other all the time, but we haven't been eyeball to eyeball on this virtual space. And well, I guess since we did the last Rose and Bots, right?
I think it was the 2020 year in review. I mean, it's been a while.
Oh yeah,
it has been a while.
Yeah, however it's been, I miss you.
Yeah,
you son bitch.
I just told him when all this shit finally settles down, I want to meet this guy face to face, shake hands, have a beer together instead of a water.
Yeah. The plot twist is I'm actually only 3.5 feet tall, so I'm going to shake hands like this.
That's so funny. Every time I think about that, I remember when I met Deluxe Baldwin the first time. He's like, "Damn."
I remember those the pictures of when you went. I don't remember if I saw one of you and Deluxe, but I remember you going to the con, and I knew Deluxe was there. And then you told that story of he was like, "Holy shit, you're tall."
Oh, so this as I said, this is random. We've got no plans. There's no script. It's just raw. Saturday Night Raw.
That's right. I think it'd be a good chance just to talk about nothing and see if anybody in the chat has any, almost like a Q&A, right? Or,
yeah. Well, there's 8 people watching, so 8 people have sacrificed their Saturday night to watch these 2 old dudes talk about plastic robots.
Listen, let's be honest. Nobody's doing anything on Saturday nights anymore.
True.
This is it. We're as good as it gets for you. Sorry, people.
Hey, unlike most celebrities, we're not going to talk about politics.
I guarantee it. It ain't going to happen. Tadimus is in here, though.
Oh, he is? There he is. Hey, Taddy. The hell's going on?
Good old Taddy. I'm glad. I smile every time I see his name pop up now because it's been so long. You know, he pops in randomly. He was out for Larkin's Layers in here.
Yep. Grand Galvatron, Tommy V, Iaconus, Galvatron. Got a couple Galvatrons in here. Galvatron's just everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He better show up in Kingdom. I want a good Galvatron for Kingdom.
He's even in Earthrise for a matter of 30 seconds.
You and I haven't talked about that. What do you think about Earthrise?
I thought it was kind of boring.
I thought it was more action-packed than the other one, which it was hard to stay awake on that other one. And I really like the horror aspects of this one. But there was so much way out in left field storylines, like the Skylinks. So Skylinks is God now. The Galvatron. Yeah. I mean, it's just these little snippets. Unless you're an old dude like us that knows all these different backstories and things, it's just I don't know. And then the whole Scorponok thing. I am the last of the Scorponoks. Yeah,
the whole. I mean, I know that the writers, the creators, all those guys. Can't remember his name. I know Rodimus did an interview with him. They wanted more episodes. And Netflix basically said, you got 6. We'll give you 6. That's all you got. And that's really what did it, is it forces their hand into doing, squeezing as much in as possible into 6 episodes. And there's no character building. And unfortunately, the bad thing is this. If you're not already a fan of Transformers, there's absolutely no reason to watch this show.
No.
Because there's no depth to anything anymore. It's just you already better be a fan and know at least some backstory to make up some headcanon.
And of course, I've told so many people I'm a huge fan of DC animated movies. And what I like about them is you can watch all those movies and never get upset because everyone is like an Elseworlds thing, a what if. And that's how I look at the Transformers series. I don't tie everything into G1. The movies are its own thing. Prime's its own thing. This story's its own thing. So many people get pissed. Well, it's not following such and such at all.
Yeah.
Well, no shit. It's a different show.
Well, that's the way I am with the Bayverse stuff. I don't hate Bayverse because it's not G1. I don't like Bayverse because it's horrible storytelling.
Yep. Yeah, I watch it for the action scenes. They're great. Some of them are in your face too much where you can't see what's going on. But still, it wasn't bad if they just take out all the damn humans. Of course, then you have out of what 6 movies, you'd have 45 minutes of screen time with robots if you took out the humans.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly the way I feel about Bayverse. I mean, it's growing up reading comics, and you read comics too. Growing up reading comics, it's nothing new to have a completely rewritten universe where basically the characters loosely resemble what you remember, and you've created this whole new multiverse of characters. So it didn't bother me. I remember seeing the first Bayverse movie in theaters, and I was blown away. It was the first time I saw a live action Optimus Prime transform, and that was pretty much everything I needed to enjoy.
And honestly, you sat there going,
yeah. I mean, the first transformation, what's his name at the army base? Oh crap, the helicopter.
Josh Duhamel.
No, the helicopter that transformed. It was
Blackout.
Yeah, Blackout. That was incredible to see on screen as an adult that loved,
especially when they had the sound. I think that was the only time used in the movie. I mean, it was real quick.
Yeah, and then seeing Optimus Prime transform, and he's like all close up to what's his name, Shia LaBeouf. Like it had enough of good things in there to get my attention, especially the first one. But they just, I don't hate I don't hate the Bayverse. I don't like it because it just was bad storytelling over time.
They couldn't follow from one movie to the next. If you're going to have a series of films, tie each one into the other. I mean, there are always some new, what do you call it, a MacGuffin in each film. You had the cube, you had the shard, you had the seed, you had the
yeah, and like the whole, and then they had each movie had their own Jar Jar Binks problem, right? They had the 1 or 2 characters in there that was supposed to be comic relief, and it was just like, oh, come on, like
yeah,
it was just anyway. I don't dislike it, or I don't dislike it because it's not G1. I just don't like it because it really wasn't a good story.
I actually added a new Bayverse figure to the collection today. I've been after this guy for a long time. And
is that that's the tank?
That's from part 2, Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah.
I never understood why they gave him such weird hands.
I don't understand.
Right here, there's another complaint of mine of Bayverse movies. Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, Optimus Prime's nemesis since 1984, was in all 3 movies. I think I saw on Google for 13 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. John, your beard's going. Yeah, man, it fell out.
I actually, when Cato first popped up on my screen, that's what I asked him. I said, "What happened? Tell him what happened."
There's a very sophisticated reason as to why I shaved, and most of it is I was trimming the beard and completely fouled up, and basically it just had to go away, or else it was going to be like some sort of weird beard mohawk.
We could have done the goatee. I've been debating on doing mine back, but Dylan's.
What's that weird ass thing I'm seeing going around? The monkey tail? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah,
comes around and just goes up one side. What the hell?
That's SJW look.
That's right. That's what it is. So, but you were talking about Earthrise and whether or not I enjoyed it. I watched all of it. I knew I didn't enjoy it all that much when I found myself on my phone, like looking at stuff instead of watching it, and I was like, eh. And I'd look up and didn't know what happened. I'm like, well.
Oh, it's funny. I haven't been entertained enough to watch either series again. You know, a lot of the I could rewatch them. Oh, I haven't seen it for a while. I'd like to watch that again. Well, what was the one that came out? The real terrible. Well, the animation wasn't bad. Machinima's series. Didn't they do one?
Oh yeah. The Prime Wars.
Every character talked like Captain Kirk.
Yeah, Combiner Wars, Titan Returns, all that stuff. The Prime Wars stuff. We
must talk now online.
Yeah. It was super weird to see Overlord with like some weird Southern
with
accent.
My accent.
Yeah, it's some weird Southern accent for some reason. Yeah, that was all weird. That was super weird. It was, but I will say this: I had been out of the loop in Transformers for a long time. You know, working and doing everything that adulting, and and that came up as something to watch. And even though it wasn't fantastic, it struck up a curiosity to get back into Transformers again. And it actually made, I remember going to Kmart, the few that were still around. I remember going to Kmart and picking up for some reason they had what was it? Fall of Cybertron Soundwave, the one where he's a van or something, the video game Soundwave.
Oh, yeah.
That
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, I still got that one, and I was like, oh, I'll get that. So, I don't know if it'd be awesome, but I don't know if you could have a villain with a pigeon accent. I think it just makes you always sound super nice.
Well,
look, a Chinus.
Cheater Peter.
Cheater Peter. Man, I cracked up. That was funny. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch his last review.
So, have you got anything new lately? Anything good you want to show off? Got any reviews backlogged?
I got plenty of reviews backlogged. Hell, man, I haven't even done Earthrise Airwave or Blue Streak. Oh, I haven't done the friggin' breakdown in Viacon.
You know, speaking of those two, I am still waiting on my refund from Hasbro for that jacked up Megatron they sent me. And I sent it back 2 weeks ago. The shipping confirmed that they got it. So,
man, you have had just like some really
shitty. You can say it. That's my channel.
Some really shitty QC problems.
I got something else cool from Fire Talks. Check this out.
Oh, I've been talking to him.
All right. Best Kingdom figure so far. Okay, we agree. Everybody agrees.
Sure.
So, Fire Talks, I guess in IDW, he has a sword. IDW, I think, got too weird for me. So, Fire Talks came up with this sword and scabbard. And the sword comes out and can be placed in his hand.
I was talking to go Fire Talks last night. I'm gonna get some stuff from that dude. He makes some great stuff.
He does, man. He's awesome.
I'm getting some stuff from him.
And it's a tight fit. I can't get it out.
But yeah, as far as other stuff I've gotten in, not a whole lot. I just did that Ripper Snapper review from TFC. Got some Retro Joes. Still looking for those asinine Target exclusive classified Joes. The
Vipers are supposed to be the ones that are real hard to find, right?
Yeah, Viper and Firefly. It'll be a while, if at all, I find them here. I know for a fact that we've got some Target employees that are either working with someone or doing it themselves. There's one other collector in the area, and we talk back and forth a little bit over Instagram, and he's pretty much confirmed what I thought, and that's somebody that we got two local Targets, and we're pretty sure that both of them are working together with somebody on eBay to sell stuff. So they'll never make it to the shelf.
Wow.
Not until the value, scalping value stops. But no,
I'm liking that Hasbro is actually starting to re-release these things, like the Seeker 2-pack. Everybody missed them, and Amazon selling for $300 a pop. So now Entertainment Earth's getting them, Big Bad Toy Store's getting them. You got Omega Supreme coming back, Devastator coming back. They're kind of pulling the NECA. NECA started doing that a couple years ago, where they're taking their great, fantastic figures from a few years back that everybody loved, they can't find now, and they're re-releasing them. That's how I got my new Terminator.
I feel like I heard something, and I'm pretty sure it was Hasbro, where they put out a little thing that said, scalpers, you better get it while you can. So I think they're going to push some product out, hopefully, to try to stop some of that. And it's their own fault. Like, I understand the whole idea of what exclusives do. I get that. Most of them are timed exclusives. They'll last maybe a year for the most part. Like with Mattel, with He-Man. Now He-Man is in Target. So that exclusivity from Walmart's gone. But they'll hopefully work themselves out to not being rare, because it's really obnoxious, especially when you do it, one, to well-known characters that you know people are going to want to get.
Yeah, hit the oddballs.
Or
Like
and
the clones. You know,
Yep.
not everybody wants the clones.
Yep.
Everybody wants Skywarp, Thundercracker, and the Coneheads.
Everybody that's a Joe collector wants Firefly, and the next one they do is an army builder. How the hell are you going to make a hard to find exclusive army builder? That's the dumbest thing. People want 3 or 4 of those. You could have made a shit ton of those, and it would have been fine. So,
it was a wave 2 of Earthrise. Everybody wanted the Alicons, and they were like one a box.
Yep.
I've only seen them show up once at my Walmart.
It's very, very, very much stupid.
Yeah, Memo's got it right here. Like Walmart's pathetic, where anybody can go in and order 100 of them right off the bat. And of course, you don't pay for them until they arrive. So these people do get that money ahead of time.
Yep. You'll see it all the time on eBay. Like you'll see the figures go up on eBay as and then say will be available. It's basically some schmo like me on eBay doing pre-orders.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's the
and then schmoes like us are paying for it.
Not this schmo.
I'll admit though, I paid about $15 more than I should have to get a Kingdom Megatron. I couldn't wait anymore. You did a great review on it, Larkin, Bert. I couldn't take it. And of course, you know me and Beast Wars Megatron. I went on Macari, and actually it wasn't bad. I mean, if I figure in the shipping and everything, it's about right. So it's not like I paid an exuberant amount for a scalper, but by God, I got that Megatron coming in.
Well, here's the thing. Like for me, it's almost like scalping isn't. It's almost like there's a price range for scalping for me. Like $5 or $10 more for a certain figures isn't really. I mean, that's almost like a service fee for somebody finding it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you went out and found a Megatron for me, of course I would pay I mean, we've done stuff like this before, and you said, and I would say like, I'll give you $5 or $10 extra for your time and gas. Like it's just for the effort, right? But it's when you see things like a $20 figure going for like $150. Yeah, no, I'm out. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to support that. And I mean, I get it. It's the way the market works, but just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
Now I'm kind of hoping with Kingdom coming out now, what exclusives are they going to hit us with? Are they going to try to do more G1, or are they going to now focus on Beast Wars characters? Because for me, as much as I loved Beast Wars, I mainly loved the mainline characters. And even some of those really don't appeal to me. I mean, I could really care less about Air Razor, but I do want the main crew from season 1. And even Taggertron, I know he's a popular character, but for me, I'm like, I could live without him. I've heard he may be an exclusive.
Well, you think, I mean, the one thing about having the CGI show that Beast Wars was back in the 90s is in order to make it somewhat affordable to do, they had a limited cast.
And that worked well for me. Made you know those characters.
Yeah, focus on small squads of characters, unlike G1, where it was a new toy every week, right? It was like, how many things can we put in there? And that's going to make it easy on collectors, but it's kind of got to make it tough on. Hey, Curtis, congrats, man, new member. He's he's one of my channel members too. Really nice guy.
Well, thank you, Curtis. Appreciate it. Now, Galvatron 86. We're going to shift gears.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I've watched all the Terminator movies, and I enjoyed all the Terminator movies, and I actually really liked Dark Fate. I didn't see the wokeness that everybody complained about with it, because I've been a sci-fi fan for years. I can't get that question off. Oh, there it is. We'll put Larkin up for a second. As I've been a sci-fi fan for years, and there's always been strong female characters. A show that I'm wanting to review, not a show I want to review, but I have a figure from a show from 1983 that I want to review that had one of the best female villains ever. Cato, you might remember this. You're around my age. V.
Oh, man, I loved V.
Diana was the shit.
Yeah.
That was the hottest lizard on television.
That's right.
So
loved V.
These badass females, hell, bring them on. I love them.
Yeah.
And I thought the action in the movie was great. I liked the whole concept of the Rev 9. I mean, I liked it. Of course, like I said, I've liked every Terminator movie. I love the Terminator. The Terminator and Transformers came out in 84, solidified my love of robots. And Yeah, I dug it. I mean, it's in my.
I didn't really get the wokeness of Dark Fate either. I was worried about it because of all the hype that was coming up beforehand. But I'm going to watch a Terminator movie. I'm just going to. It's going to happen. And I watched it, and it didn't really bother me about Linda Hamilton. She's always been a badass through all of them. Did I get her name right? Linda Hamilton, that's her, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's been, other than the very first one where she didn't know what was going on and was supposed to be the weak and protective mother kind of thing. But like as the series went, she became a total badass. So it was nothing new. I think sometimes, as much as I hate SJW wokeness and all that, sometimes the anti-woke side is just as quick to judge something as being that way. Like I watched Captain Marvel and I got it. I was like, okay, this is over the top. You guys just a little in your face.
Yeah, I had to turn that one off. It was boring too. I just didn't get it.
I watched it. I wasn't going to rent it or go to the movies to see it because I really don't care about the character that much. But then I was on a flight and I was like, now's the time to watch all those shitty movies you didn't really want to go pay for. You're already on a plane. And I think I was flying for some like 23 hours or something like that. Some ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Here's a flashback. No, not that one. My chat moves up faster than I can click them.
Ice Pirates. Yes. That sounds like right up NECA's alley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ice Pirates would be right up NECA's alley. There's a lot of figures from the what's the old Tom Cruise sci-fi or fantasy movie from the early Legend? I'd love to see some Legend figures.
Like Darkness,
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
But go back to Terminator real quick before we get sidetracked, because we get sidetracked easy.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint with all the Terminator movies, it's the same story. Terminator from the future to now to fight.
Yeah.
Let's do a whole damn future war movie like Terminator Salvation. That had the premise to be great, but I think they didn't go deep enough into the future movie. We need to see the future war that took place in Terminator 2. We don't need the war leading up to it. We know what's going on. Put us right damn smack in the middle of that future war movie.
Well, yeah, I guess they could do whatever they want now because Dark Fate kind of retconned the whole thing, didn't it? I mean, they could do.
I guess. Well, they said Genesis retconned the whole thing.
Yeah, I think they're trying to act like Genesis didn't happen. But Dark, they can do whatever they want. But I agree. I'd love to see a full-on future war. Well, I loved the Sarah Connor Chronicles, the TV show.
I remember this first season. I must have moved somewhere or didn't have satellite. I never saw any of the second.
Oh man, it was good. I hate that it got canceled. They did that really well.
Oh, all the good shows get canceled.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Somebody asked me. Oh, did I watch Galvatron 86? Did I watch the Avengers Endgame? I did.
Who didn't?
And there were a lot of parts of that movie that I really loved, and there were a few parts of that movie that I didn't like as much, but it was still an enjoyable movie for sure. Yeah. Give us a live action Voltron. I'd be down with that.
I was never that into Voltron. I don't know. I watched some of the movies. I never had any of the toys. Of course, when Transformers came out, that just obliterated any other robot thing that was out there.
I can't lie and say that I was a huge Voltron fan, although some of my earliest memories are with the Voltron toy. And I have a really great picture of me and my grandpa sitting on the couch. I was a tiny kid at the time and playing with one of the Voltron figures. So I'll probably end up investing in one of those Sola Chigokin Voltrons, the really nice the vehicle Voltron set, just because it reminds me of my grandpa, even though I'm not a massive Voltron fan. There's just a really deep memory there that would be cool to have that thing on the shelf and remind me of him.
Pop the Trunk says hi.
Pop. Really good dude. Really good dude. After seeing Go Lion, Voltron is the wimpy fourth cousin twice removed. Voltron. So I didn't watch very much Voltron, but what I did watch a lot of was Battle of the Planets, Gotcha Man,
G-Force.
G-Force, yeah. Same show, same show, different name. I watched a lot of that. It's probably the most anime thing I watched as a kid.
Amazon Prime has those, and I started watching a couple weeks ago. I was like, I can't do it now. As a kid, it enthralled me. It's just stupid.
Yeah, they would need to do some sort of Netflix style Voltron reboot, like they did with Voltron for Gotcha Man, to make it really good. But I would love to see somebody like Super 7 or NECA or someone do Battle of the Planets G-Force figures.
Oh, where'd it go?
That's right. That's the only reason to watch like Sleepaway Camp and
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's became synonymous. Firefly is amazing. Firefly was one of the best shows that Fox really screwed up by airing it out of order.
Well, and then the problem with all these shows is they bring these sci-fi shows out thinking, they don't really give them a chance. There is a huge sci-fi audience out there. That's like somebody mentioned, we was talking about V and how ABC royally screwed V up. Did you see the reboot, or do you remember the reboot?
Yeah, I watched a good bit of the reboot just because it was V and I wanted to watch it.
Now, you guys, hold on one second.
Yeah, I really liked the classic V. When he was it the bird that he bit the head off of? I was like,
well, it was Diana. It started off with Steven. I've recently rewatched it. Steven and Diana are talking. He eats the mouse, and then she eats the guinea pig.
That's right. I
remember as a kid watching her eat that. It's like, because I think I was 10 when V came out in 1983. Now, for those of you that don't know, V came out in a time, it was an NBC miniseries. And back in the day, miniseries was an epic event. I mean, this is something. Yeah. This was like something coming to the big screen. You're talking about Avengers Endgame. When you got something like V that was coming out, they hyped it up for months. I remember the whole thing with V, they had posters everywhere with "The visitors are our friends," hyping it. And as the show came out, that's when they spray painted the V on it. And the storyline with V is, okay, these aliens come down in 50 giant motherships. And I'm trying to think, they were like 3 miles across. And these motherships, they based themselves over every major metropolitan area. And so these aliens come out and they look like humans, except they had this real cool vibrating voice. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And so they come, they're in peace, or they come in peace, and all they need is some chemicals from Earth that they can't manufacture. So they infiltrate our government. They infiltrate the media. All of a sudden, if you're against the visitors, you disappear. The media tells you what they want you to hear. Oddly eerie to what's going on today, right? The big thing with V is, they looked human, but in fact, they were not. And
they were secretly Mark Zuckerberg.
Ta-da-da. Hold on. I got to be careful with this. This is an old toy. They were reptilian. Right. And the reason they came to Earth was they were not after just chemicals. They were taking our water supply and they were stocking up on food, which was us.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic show. Great concept. But you're talking about those great 80s miniseries, like a lot of the Stephen King stuff that came out back then, like the Stand and stuff that you would see come on TV miniseries were a huge deal back then. Huge deal. So like you get like a 5-week miniseries or something like that, and it was done. It was one and done.
I think the original V was 2 nights, and in the next year it was so popular, that's when V the Final Battle came out, and I think that was 3 nights, or that might have been 5, because that was a big one.
I think most of them were like 5 episodes, like 5. That was a mini series, unless it was like a couple night event. Tadman says They Live is a classic. That's right.
Oh yeah, it is. They just recently, NECA just released a figure of him.
And I'm gonna tell you what, as a human being, I love Roddy Piper. He is he's a great dude.
That fight scene with him and Keith David.
Oh yeah, Keith David. Forget how long he's been around with that magical voice.
Yeah, there we go. iBeamer. That's how it was presented as a miniseries. Right. Yeah, the first It.
A lot of the Stephen King stuff, that.
Funko came out with them.
I saw
That's
that.
what restarted my interest in the show. The only problem is, where is it? Right there. See the slogan? We are of peace always. That's the slogan from the reboot. They screwed it up. And then they got the lizard with the revealed face.
I love that. What a cool concept of a show. Like, it was a little bit of a, they say The Simpsons tells the future. I think that one probably did it better than
oh yeah, it's eerie today. Great. Now the special effects are dated, except for the makeup effects with them peeling off the faces. Those still hold up. Those were great effects. I mean, like I said, I rewatched it earlier, and when they grabbed the first reveal where they grabbed his face and pulled it straight down, I mean, it's awesome. I love how they did that.
Yeah,
and I saw
right.
that it cost so much money. I think it was $1,000 per laser blast in that show when the visitors would fire their lasers. That's why you see a lot of the resistance fighters. They were always breaking into armories and stealing regular weapons instead.
Mm-hmm. Curtis and Joker mentioned that Freddy Krueger got his start there. Yeah,
yep.
He was in that.
Actually, he had just finished filming the very first Nightmare on Elm Street when he was doing V at the same time.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy too. I saw him at one convention, and he was like getting in. Somebody was asking him where something was. Like they didn't know who Robert Englund was, and he had some funny moment with them. It was really good. Told a story about it at one of his when he got to speak. It was funny. Episode of MacGyver. Yeah, Joker knows his 80s, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, Scorponok was my top figure of 2020.
Yes,
I'm still waiting for those upgrade kits I ordered months ago. Oh.
You got the
shoulder cannon
adapter, shoulder. Yeah, that's a great looking kit. Excellent looking kit. You were talking about, you did the Fire Tox Cheater Peter earlier. Man, I'm loving. I was going through some of his stuff. Golly, what a cool guy.
I still got boxes or tons of his stuff I've got to review over. It's just like you, I've gotten so behind. I still got Earthrise to go over, and I got like Rotor Storm, Tiger Tracks, and they just all piled up at once.
Well, and then like I was trying to plan it to where I could do a review about every 3 days, right? Have something out every 2 or 3 days or whatever, and it worked out great. But then all of a sudden, like the Kingdom stuff started showing up, and I was like, "Well, everything else goes."
Did you see where Wave 2's already been spotted someplace?
Yeah,
I'm like, my God, give my damn wallet a break.
Yeah, Wave 2. There was something else that somebody said was already on the shelf. Maybe I'm just thinking of that. I'm like,
of course, all the 86 Studio Series 86 is out, though I don't want all those. That's odd coming from me, who pretty much gets everything.
Really? Which one is it you're not looking for?
I could care less about Cup, Blur, or Grimlock. I definitely want some Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Cup, I don't like his face.
Yeah, he's a little.
He looks like white, and he looks like he's constipated.
Yeah, he looks a little bit like a White Walker. Is too gaunt, I think I said in my review. But I'm enjoying it. The transformation for him is so much fun.
Cup?
Yeah, it's fun. So it's a really fun figure. The head sculpt is Hot Rods.
Oh, somebody's talking about Skylinks. Let me show you a Fire Tox piece for Skylinks. Before that, I've got a piece here.
I still need to review Jazz.
He made this for me.
Yes. That's awesome.
This is let me get off here. It's on there really good. A 3D printed booster set, and it's on a base till all are one, and the base even has the treads.
That's fantastic.
And yeah, he did a real good job. It's just pegs together here. It's hard to get all in shot. And you just have your little MicroMaster shuttle, and it's got the pegs on it. You just peg right in, and it just makes a hell of a display now. And of course,
I haven't even opened that set.
What's that?
I haven't even opened that set. I'm looking back here. It's still in the friggin' blister pack. on the card. It's weird.
I'm debating on getting that one from Amazon that has the repaint of this guy. I shouldn't have taken him off. Took him off.
He's screwed up now. You done screwed up.
I did. Get on there, you bastard. What was I saying? Yeah, the repaint that has these guys and Ironworks and Airwave.
Yeah, I didn't get the Airwave repaint.
I had it forever, and I finally decided I'm not getting another repaint. So there we go.
Speak of the devil, Fire Talks just shows up.
Hey, yeah, we're bragging you up, buddy.
Yeah, we were just bragging on you.
I was showing off your awesome display here.
Man, that looks really good.
It's nice over here on my shelf, actually beside my V stuff, conveniently.
You could almost get a secondary set of that, paint it gold, and it would look like a trophy or an award.
Oh, my reward's this. The gold roller.
Oh, yeah, I remember you showing that. That's it. I was talking to Fire Talks last night, and I was like, I actually have some of your stuff. I've got the because he was talking about go through and look at some stuff and see what you like, and I'm like, I said I have some of your stuff. I have your barricade knuckle dusters and a few things. I was like, yeah, I already got some. I like your stuff already. Man.
We'll review soon. This is a modular weapon set.
Is that his second one?
Parts to make a gun.
Yeah. You already did one of his, right? The modular set.
No, that was a different individual.
Oh, okay. Either way.
Here.
That's a great thing. Yes, Ninja Bill. I guess the talk of the night is that I shaved. Hey, Delmas.
Hey, Delmas. Awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat, sir.
We are all one shelf short of an episode of Hoarders. No. This is a collection. Hoarders is when you see the boxes.
Hoarders is when you look right here in front of me.
Yes, that's right.
Organized stuff here in front of me right now. Did you notice when I went to pick this up, I stepped over some stuff?
Yep. If I tell people that all the time.
I even got the random box of Kroger bags right here.
Like everything that you see, I feel like it's a stage, right? Because every time I go online, I've got to look like if you do the side by side, the two smaller windows of us, things are strategically placed just out of sight that are very important down here. Like one wrong move and you guys have all my tax information because it's just scattered all over this damn.
Oh my God. I screwed up when I was showing off those displays from Toyhax and left my address on there. I had to delete that shit off and get that little blur box, which was cool. I've never done that before. I was like, I either need to delete this video or
yeah, I did that. I did that with an unboxing with a mail call. I flipped the box over. I don't think it was live. I think it was when I recorded one and I uploaded it, watched it, and I got to that point and I was like, start over. Nope. No thanks.
Now, unfortunately, I didn't do it live. I was going to do a live one, but since I decided to do the comparison of what I use, I mean, I was lucky because you never know. I mean, you've seen the texts I've sent you with some of the messages I get from people. Mm-hmm. That's all I need is one of those people to have my address. Oh, here's another cool Fire Talks thing. Hoist goes to Hollywood and goes to.
Oh, my gosh, that's awesome. I'm beginning to think that Fire Talks, I think you are Fire Talks. That's the mystery. That's the mystery we solved. There was a question. Where did I get my shelves at? My shelves I got from like Home Depot or Lowe's. They're just your typical. They're almost like retail shelves.
Hey, thanks for the super chat there, future voice actor Grossman.
Thanks, dude. Don't you love those?
I do. Makes you feel like we're doing what we're supposed to do.
It means a lot. It means a whole lot. People don't realize it means a lot more than you think. It is not taken lightly when we get those super chats. It is very cool and it absolutely adds up. And it's got nothing to do with like, I'm trying to earn money to buy more figures. But it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I always try to say thank you and it just doesn't ever feel good enough.
Well,
but it's
the way I look at it is you guys are why we're doing this. And we do all this, on our time. And I don't know, Cato, for me, doing a 15-minute video can take me anywhere from 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, for sure.
And, I got to make it look right for you guys. And stuff like that, or the subscriptions, or the, hey, we love what you do, means the world to us because we do it for you. I mean, it's fun, but, still, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't do it. Trust me.
Oh, man. Anthony Court's in here. You talk about a nice guy. We follow each other on Instagram. Really, really nice. Really nice guy. Clinical. Does Cato have any tattoos? No. Tattoos are from the devil, and I don't want any.
Yep.
I mean, I do have a lot of Transformers over here, but no tattoos. Oh,
there we go. Yeah. Now, for anybody wondering, that's where my nickname for the channel came from.
Little Sinister Six action. Spider-Man. Yeah, I got a few.
From the 90s here with the hidden Decepticon logo. See it?
That's funny. The girlfriend just did a video. She's got tattoos too. And on her channel, she just did a whole thing about her tattoo story. Thanks, Grossman. That's awesome. Yeah, just did a tattoo story on hers. She's got some beautiful artwork.
That's my wife. My wife has them down her arms. She's got them on her back. All this. Of course, she gets a tattoo and just like. I'm getting this thing done. I'm like, it hurt like 1,000 sons of bitches.
Well, she's a ginger, and I swear that soulless gingers don't feel pain. And I tell her that all the time. If we ever get into an argument, which we never do, of course, I said, don't act like I hurt your feelings. You don't have any. You're a ginger.
Forgot.
She could take it a lot better than I could. We go to the same guy to do all the work. Really awesome guy, but she could take it. She can take the pain.
All right, check this out.
Yeah, the Skylinks piece.
Yeah, Fire Talks made this neck piece for Skylinks, so it gives him more of a G1 toy look, and it pegs right in to those holes. You see all the screw holes, but it's got these separate little holes right there. I guess you could put like Battle Masters or something, but that pegs in and looks fantastic. I keep promising to do a review on that. I hate how this won't focus in. A lot of great details. It really breaks up all that red sausage neck he has.
Let's see.
Fits in his butt storage. Oh, okay. I'll have to almost said butt plug. Just did.
I know you did say it. Tommy V says under the arm near the armpit sucks. So this one goes like right here, like right under. Yeah, like right under into the pit right here. And when he was doing the color in here, I remember feeling it like up here.
That's Fire Talks. We don't do shapeways here.
And in the ditch sucks. Yeah, this is a Fire Talks place. We don't do shapeways. Yeah, I saw that Skylinks add-on on his page too, and I was like, man, that's really cool too. But I just don't know, like, if I.
And of course, you've seen all the upgrades I got for the Nemesis Prime. I did a full review.
Dude, that looks awesome. Fire Talks has all his stuff on Thingiverse. If you guys are curious, it's all on Thingiverse.
And if you have a 3D printer, you can print it for free. Now, if you don't have a 3D printer, contact Fire Talks. You can go on my last video. I have all his information in the description of my Cheetor video. Look him up, man. He's got great stuff, great weaponry. I mean, he adds a lot to these figures.
Yep. Yeah, and it's good work. Like it's not.
And what's funny is I don't know, Fire Talks, you're in here. If he's been kind of giving me stuff since he's first started, and I have really noticed the improvement. And I ask him all the time, what'd you use for this? Because the gut gun he gave me is so smooth. I asked him, I thought it was a resin copy. And unfortunately, you can't see. It's got tons of detail, but because it's yellow, you miss out on a lot of it. So I may try to paint this up. Very nervous about painting things other than my little chrome pen.
Try it out with some multicolored Sharpies first.
I've got black. I've been wanting to give Cyclonus his black goatee.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I may do a Toyhax scrap. Excuse me. What else have I got lately to show? I got all the Transformer pops. Have you seen those?
I have seen them. I haven't gotten any. We've kind of made a deal not to buy any pops anymore. She used to get a lot of those, and I did too. Like I've got quite a few because I did the Marvel Collector Core thing, like the monthly subscription or whatever to Marvel, and they ended up doing pretty much nothing but Funko stuff. So I ended up with a lot of Marvel pops and stuff like that.
See,
I think they look good.
Hey, Optimus, you're kind of stupid, and then I started getting some.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of them are good.
I have Weird Al Yankovic. I have Alice Cooper. I've got the V, and I've got Transformers. So I don't have buku of them.
I think they're good. They're a nice little nostalgia pop when you, or no pun intended, when you see them. I don't like a lot of the human Funko Pops because they all look pretty generic.
Somebody said he does want to see the Transformer ones. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
We show and tell. I was debating on doing a review on these, but how do you review a pop?
Yeah, I thought about doing that. There's plenty of people that do it.
Yeah. Dylan, did you see his?
I did. He's going to put us all out of business.
Well, somebody's going to have to take this over when I leave. It's funny how I keep popping in and out.
He's going to put us all out of business, and he does it all in one take.
Yeah, without screwing up. Okay, so we'll start off with Optimus Prime.
I've been because they did a movie Optimus Prime a while back.
They did. They look like crap.
Yeah.
There is Optimus Prime. And of course, you can't have Optimus Prime without Megatron.
Jay Lee has a good bit of pops. He's in the chat.
So there's Megatron. Here we have this one, a Target exclusive. Big shout out to a subscriber who found this for me and sent it to me. So you got Starscream, and I think, yeah, you can barely see it. He's wielding Megatron in gun mode.
That's awesome.
So that was your Target exclusive. Then we have Jazz. He's shelf warming at GameStop right now. We've got
Bumblebees have been shelf warming at Target.
This is the one Dylan had to have, so he has a Bumblebee of his own. And then there's two different sound waves. You have this one.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay, and then you have the GameStop exclusive sound wave, which goes the siege route with the busted chest. See it?
Oh, battle damage.
And that's it. There's your Transformer pops.
Very cool. The only one that I have that I keep around is, check this out. And you've probably seen it in some of the reviews before. But she had made a bunch of custom pops. So she made a bunch of her own pops. She does. She went through a phase of wanting to do like classic movie stuff, some of her favorite movie characters and stuff like that. So she bought up some generic pops and started made a Marilyn Monroe, Clark Gable, a few things like that. So she made me a custom Optimus Prime.
Oh, I have seen that one before.
Yeah.
Remember, because he used to stand beside the Twilight pops I gave you so much shit for.
That's it. Oh, by the way, some time ago, I asked you if you wanted this cup. I never sent it to you.
I noticed.
But here it is, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, it's funny how we use our mugs.
Same. Twins. Oh, man. So, yeah.
Bumblebee mug.
Pops anymore. She's been kind of wanting to get interested in, I think Target is... Target. Oh,
actually talks.
Go, Autobots! We can do this! The Decepticons are on the loose!
Wow, that is cuddly. Future voice actor Grossman did it again, man.
Thanks, buddy.
That's awesome. But yeah, I think that pops are good. I'll go to Barnes and Noble every once in a while, and I'll see quite a few of like the random pops that kind of get my curiosity up.
Now, the problem with links in the chat is they usually don't go through.
Yeah, sometimes the links get auto.
Yeah, YouTube will stack those and won't pop them in.
Yeah, that's. I've tried to do that with folks that I wanted to share something and they couldn't. They do it so that people can't drop.
Interviewed Michael Bell. Sweet.
Oh, what?
That's awesome. Check him out. Go to future voice actor Grossman's page. Get that interview of Michael Bell. That's awesome, dude.
Let's go check out future voice actor Grossman right now. Future voice actor.
Says he posted it tonight. I sent you an email via Patriot Prime. I'll be honest, I never get alerts on that email. I'm at work. It's funny, I guess, because I made it as a secondary email. I never get alerts for it. I made it specifically for my channel.
What is it? Is your channel just future voice actor Grossman? Is that your actual channel name?
Probably just hit him in the.
Yeah, I'm on the actual chat. I probably could, or at least one of
the
those.
easiest way to get it. See, I'm not on YouTube, so for me, I can't click these links.
I got it. It is future, just like his name is here. There you go. That just subbed future voice actor Grossman. I will check it out. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say I'm going to check it out tonight because after we get done here, I'm going to sleep. But
that's the one bad thing too is there's so many of us. What would you say? Our little group's about 10 or 12, and we are like this.
Yeah.
Yet still, we don't watch each other's stuff. We're so busy making our own.
We've almost come to the understanding that we don't have to watch each other's stuff. We do. I mean, we do. I do watch. I'll watch yours, Larkins, Inutabi's. I'll watch Deluxe, all that. But we talk about it in the Rejecticons chat all the time. It's like, listen, y'all don't have to watch my stuff. And it's too much to keep up with. It's a lot to keep up with because I like watching everybody's stuff. Something
I've started doing is I won't watch you guys review on something I'm going to review until after I do it.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't
copy anything that you do. Though, Cato, I went and watched your review on this little bitch right here because that was one of the hardest Transformers. Her instructions suck.
Yeah, her instructions are terrible.
My next review, and to be honest, I'm going to say, and this figure also comes with a sheet of instructions that are once again very well illustrated, but not easy to follow.
Yeah, no, the leg flip thing isn't.
I could not figure out the twist of the arms. The little
yeah, you're right. It doesn't do a good job of telling you to pop the arms out and twist them around. You're right. Yeah, it's did yours break at all?
We do. I'm seeing them now. Of course, mine's flying up the side so fast I'm having a hard time reading things. So I apologize.
Yeah, I'm missing comments like crazy because I'll look at them and the next thing I know they're all gone.
Kato's actually watching this on YouTube, I think. So he's getting the side. I can't pull up two screens at once.
I'm catching it through. I'm catching it through StreamYard.
I'm interrupting the shit out of you.
I'm doing.
I just say Dylan and Lisa are downstairs and they're watching Hulu. And if I start opening up other web browsers, it's going to shut this down. Oh my God. If you guys watch my Stan Bush interview, just as that interview ended, my internet went out. And the only way, because I couldn't just exit out of the screen because I would lose it. Because in order for you to save these interviews, you have to end the broadcast so StreamYard will upload to YouTube. And I'm freaking out. I can't interact at all. Somehow, internet's out completely, but StreamYard was still rolling. But I couldn't exit out. So what I finally had to do was log in on my phone and end the broadcast. I know you guys were watching, and I can't believe I didn't go into a Patriot Prime cussing fit.
I texted you immediately. When the screen went black, I was like, oh God. Like this has potential. This has potential to be horrible. And I was texting.
You saved everybody because trust me, as I walked out of this room, I
was like, oh my God. Because
I can go there. I know words.
Yeah. Like I don't do it on my channel, and not for any specific reason. I just like I don't think my channel's kids friendly, kid safe. I don't do any of that stuff, but I want people to be able to watch it wherever they are without having to worry about whoever's around. Like I'm not overly protective of language or anything. However, if I spoke freely, if I ever got like a hot mic moment, it's not good. Like I
Every
just
now and then, I'll leave a blooper in if I say something like shit, because
oh, yeah,
that's not bad. But you've seen the ones where I get pissed.
yeah. Oh, hey Shane, hi.
Hey, Shane.
What did you apologize for? I saw a sorry Cato up there by a future voice actor. What was it? What were you sorry for? He said sorry Cato.
Don't know.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's
You're okay. You're cool.
Yeah.
You don't have to apologize to us. We're not SJWs.
No, I don't need any apologies. It's fine.
I don't get offended.
Craig Oxford went to Stanford. I still need to find. Oh, did you ever find an extra CD frame?
No,
I haven't either.
Because I've got my Vince DiColo one framed, but Stan Bush is still somewhere in this pile.
Yeah, I've got it here just waiting for a frame. I want to put it up because I've got this to frame and I've got I don't know if did you see me on with Word Burglar?
I was on there for briefly, but I had to get Dylan in the tub.
Fuck, that's a cool guy, man. I helped. I was one of many that bought into his crowdfunding of his he put one of his albums, the Welcome to Cobra Island album, on vinyl, and I want to get that framed and put up. I'm going to do that all on this wall here. Twin Brother Kyle.
My brother sent that to me, a link with the Cobra album. My brother's a huge G.I. Joe fan. You know, while we're talking about things, I'm going through stuff on my desk. One of my pet peeves here lately, Kingdom cards. Why are they all the same ones?
Every live stream I've done lately, I've had those in my hand. The only purpose they've served is as like basically fidget spinners while I'm on live streams.
Got 2 black arachnias. Go fish. 2 arcs.
Yeah, 2 black arachnias.
2 Dinobots. I think I've got a 3rd arc here somewhere.
2 arcs. I do have a Dinobot and a Prime.
Oh, I haven't seen the Prime yet.
I don't want anything to do with them. They don't mean anything to me. These.
Yeah, I like the cards that we got with Titan Returns, Combiner Wars. I have a 3-ring binder with like baseball cards, things. I got one of those somewhere with all those cards in them.
I saw you got some stuff from M3 recently.
Yes.
Did you get some stickers?
I got a couple stickers. It's in the Jeep. I leave my plague mask in the Jeep. He sent me this really cool mask. Yeah, I got one of those. It's got the Autobot symbol on.
Yeah, you got the new mask. I got the Decepticon mask, and I got the Shattered Glass Autobot mask, the purple Autobot mask.
Now, I had to take mine and stretch the shit out of it because I got this big honker.
Yeah, I got a melon head, so it's fine. Yeah, when I have to, never mind.
Hold on. Fire Tots. Catch this. Write this down.
There you go. We're just blasting Kevin's email out there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Sorry, Kevin. But
nobody emailed Kevin except Fire Tots.
Everybody in the chat.
He put it out there. It's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So, let's see. Well, like I say, you can go to Fire Talks' Thingiverse page and reach out to him from there, I think.
Yeah, do you have an email on there, Fire Talks? Because I know, of course, my social media, I hate to say it, but over the last couple of weeks, I've deleted, blocked, unfriended, and quit following over 200 people on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
There's
a solid chance I will not. I don't really use Twitter that much anyway. I mean, the most recent thing I did on Twitter is our back and forth with Bernie memes. But
oh my gosh, did anybody see Bernie in the thumbnail from a Warpath video?
We both did that. And you did one for You did one for your
Kingdom review.
Yeah, Kingdom
You know,
video.
I think you and I text each other as much as Bert the Stormtrooper and I message each other. I got both you guys double fisting you guys.
Let's change that. Let's flip that, reverse it, and say something else. I ain't ashamed. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize Deluxe was on earlier. I would have popped in there.
Oh, I didn't see me.
Why do you hate me, Patriot Prime? Patch McCloskey Thayer.
I don't know. What have you done to me?
Yeah. What did you do to make him hate you? Alex. Oh, here's a question. Alex likes asking questions. What do we have?
Oh, something about exhaust being able to turn into smoke. I didn't know that.
I don't know if that was in the original comic. Was that the original comic or IDW? I do remember reading that.
Anything about exhaust. I didn't really know about him until, I started doing research when I got the Generation Selects, and I think he was like an e-hobby exclusive back in the day.
Yeah. I just always thought that he looked like the Marlboro pack, and I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, fan page. Patriot Prime dislikes 80% of my videos unless I scream America at the start. First of all, you scream America. You drop that A. You drop that A and just roll it all together.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, there was he had a deliberate misspelling of Marlboro. That's one of the hardest things to say. Marlboro on the car. And I think
Marlboro.
SIGs.
Yeah, double O-R instead of O-R-O. What a way to get around that. But yeah, I think he's a great looking figure. I like
I got the Toyhax upgrades en route.
Yeah, I like the figure. I think he looks awesome. Yeah, I think I might. I don't do a lot of Toyhax. I really don't. But I think I might Toyhax this guy up if it makes him look a little more right.
I love how they did the visor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's those little microscopic decals you got to apply that I have my super tiny tweezers.
You mean how Toyhax did the visor?
I actually had to break down. I got my curve pair. I look like I'm going in for surgery.
You're a dentist. You're a dentist now. Oh,
there he is.
Second time we spoke of Fire Talks and he showed up. We spoke of Deluxe and he showed up. Man, I didn't know you were live earlier. I would have popped in there.
How are you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, he's feeling all right. He's fine. He's gonna muscle through it. Galvatron 86. Did I get the Seacon Generation Select Poseidon? I did not. But if somebody wants to send it to me, it's fine. I'll take it.
This happens to me. I ordered Toyhax labels, but forget what I ordered. See, that's a lot of people have that misconception that Toyhax just gives me stuff. I every week I'm on Toyhax getting stuff, and I totally lose track of what I've ordered. I have G1 sets. I've got all these Toyhax envelopes that I still haven't got into yet.
How many of those Armory cards do you have?
Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, man. I thought I saw. Did Skywarp Greer pop in here? Yeah. Skywarp Greer. He's a big Earth Wars or Earth. Yeah. The video game, the phone game, Earth Wars. Does a lot of that.
I keep joining the little clans on that game, but they keep kicking me out because I don't play all the time.
Yeah, he's killer at it. He does videos, I think official videos, if I'm not mistaken.
That's Engineer Hoist. He's the Earth. Is that what's called Earth Wars?
I think it's Earth Wars, yeah.
I would look at it on my phone, but my phone's my webcam.
Then he collects, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm pretty sure he collects only Decepticons.
All right. You have said this over and over in the chat. We get it.
This CFS. Chicken fried steak in here? Yep. Hey, T-Fan page, people do still play Earth Wars, and he's really good at it, that Skywarp Greer.
Here we are. Do I have the Seacons? No, that's a little too rich for my blood. I was going to get them, but like the $35 deluxes, like, no. Especially when you need 6 of them.
I don't collect seamen. Inutabi's in here. Good old Inutabi, my homie.
Since I'm caught up on Transformers at the time and buying a lot of Masters, I've got the whole first wave, except the Sky Sled. Is that what's called, Sky Sled?
Yeah, that's a fantastic toy. The Sky Sled's cool because of the options they give you, but it's like I almost would have rather bought 2 because you could choose whether you want it to be good or evil, right? There's got some snap-on parts that you can take on and off to make it for Skeletor or He-Man.
That's the one that comes with Prince Adam, right?
Yep, it's back there somewhere.
Okay, I didn't get that one. That's the one I haven't seen yet.
Still in the box.
Alex Lemons, I catch it every now and then. I really, what's funny, all this Transformer stuff, the only YouTube channel that I watch religiously when it drops, Dead Meat, the horror kill count.
That's funny. Waiting for an update. So take a look.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear. Oh, yeah, I saw your video. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible loss for the community.
No.
No.
The last time I counted, I had like 573.
There's 2 things I will never do. I will never count how many figures I have, and I will never, ever add up the cost. Ever. Thank you, Skywarp Greer. I appreciate that.
Oh, what? Hold on here.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
That's right up your I'm gonna
grail.
Yeah, that's right up your alley. That's all for you, man. I appreciate the twin offer, but I think that's speaking to you more than it is me.
Ooh, love me some Overlord. I don't know what my obsession is with Overlord. I mean, yeah, he was good in that comic, but I've just always. Oh, I know what was. Do you remember the little? From years ago, I think they were called Heroes of Cybertron. Little plastic action.
Oh yeah. I remember that
one. Somehow I bought something off eBay, and a guy just threw one in as a gimme. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? And once I started researching him on Google back in it, or Yahoo, wasn't no Google back in.
Yeah.
Yahoo, and I discovered this character. I was like, that is awesome. And of course, then he just do the interview in the Southern accent. That's my normal accent.
that's just the accent.
Oh my! The 2 hardest reviews I've ever done. The Outback review when I did Australian the entire time, and that review where I made fun of Kappa. Remember when I talked like a kid the whole review?
Yep.
I pissed off people with that video.
Jesus, man, people get pissed off with So I recently did that Kingdom and Beast Wars comparison, right? And months ago, I had done one prior to that before the Kingdom figures came out. It's my most popular video by far, 40-some thousand views. It's crazy. I've never had anything like that. And nothing else is close, so it's not like it's normal. But man, the comments on that. I'm going to tell you what, the more people that see your stuff, the more people that comment on there about some ridiculous bullshit that you did wrong.
There was a guy the other day that just went off on Bert the Stormtrooper. Oh, he was doing the review of the G2 Generation Selects Megatron. And we just raved about it. I mean, the G2 Generation Selects is better looking than the Earthrise version. So this guy gets on his page and just keeps slamming. The original was better. This one sucks. Just over and over again. Bert's finally like, okay, I get it. I said, you don't like this figure. Move on. I mean, he had like 5 comments. Move on. And then the guy goes off on Bert, says, well, unlike YouTubers, I don't get stuff just handed to me. I have to buy stuff with my own money. And then Bert went off because, I mean, all of us buy stuff with our own money. I mean, I get stuff every now and then, and I am so eternally thankful. But 90% of what this is, I get it with my own money.
99.9%.
And that's what Bert told the guy. And then the guy turns around and says, well, I've got issues with my hand. I'm caught. So, and he starts talking this other stuff. And we're like, okay, so first off, you're jealous because we have a collection. Second, we called you on your bullshit. And now you're going to say, oh, my excuse is I'm injured or whatever. It's like, get the hell off the. I hate people.
Listen, there's no honorable job. And this is going to, you know me well enough. Veterans, I work with some of the most awesome, fantastic veterans in the world. And most of them will tell you, injured and otherwise, and they'll all tell you that nothing that they've done or that's happened to them is an excuse to be an asshole. And you should be called out for being one no matter what's wrong with you.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're okay with that, if you're like, oh, I'm an asshole, then that's fine. Then it's no problem.
I'll be honest in the chat. When we get those comments, we screenshot them. And I have a Facebook page where I share these dumbass comments to a large group of us. We all laugh at you. And then I delete you from my page so nobody else is going to get a chance to see your asinine comment. So
yeah. I love the ones. I've only gotten a couple where they assume that I'm sent something for free, and I'll tell you, like, we send stuff amongst ourselves. Like we've given each other gifts back and forth around the community or whatever, and gotten a couple of figures from some friends. But as far as like, hey, thanks, Lazy Jedi.
Thank you very much.
Lazy Jedi.
Oh, I get it. That's awesome name. I don't have the non-F upgrades. I have fire toxins. The only non-F I've got lately was the conehead weapons. Them things are freaking awesome.
Oh, like thrusts or
Dirge and
Ramjets. Yeah. Like, but the idea that we just, I wish I got all this stuff for free. God Almighty, that'd be awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
that's like when I posted on Instagram that I went into Walmart. My son wanted to buy Pops. He had Christmas money, wanted to go to Walmart and buy Pops. We don't go to Walmart without me going in the Transformers aisle. So I go in the Transformers aisle, and all of a sudden, there's the whole Kingdom wave. I bought them. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
I bought every one of them. And then I got people fussing at me. Well, that's not fair. I was like, how's it not fair? I didn't know they were there.
Just went and bought them. Well, I get when we've been around the last few months to know that there are reviewers that are getting stuff really early. However they're doing it, it's none of my business. I don't care. But like I did some Kingdom reviews that I bought online from a retailer, like an actual store.
You're so hungry.
I got people commenting on there. It's like, how'd you get this so early? I'm like, I bought it from Toy Dojo. They're just a store. I didn't get it early. I just saw it in stock and I bought it. So I don't know. People are going to find something. And the thing is, the more popular you get, the more likely it is to happen. I can only imagine what like Optimus Prime will go through.
Oh, he's on my Facebook group. He shares some stuff.
Yeah.
And I got Lazy Eyebrow on there. He gets some doozies. Of course, his subscriber count's through the freaking roof. Oh
yeah. And he's freaking awesome guy too. Yeah. That's
great guy.
Really great guy.
I'm hoping to do a sit rep with him soon.
It's funny. Like we were texting back and forth earlier, more Bernie memes, and I knew that I knew I was in the same circle of text groups because you sent me something, Rodimus Primal sends me something, and it's the same pictures, and I'm like, we're all texting each other the same shit. We're all just, it's all one big text circle jerk, and we're all texting the same.
We try. It's there's some days when I know I got reviews to do, and I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it. It's not like you just don't come up here and shoot a review. You have to be in the mindset. And there's some days where I'm just like, I don't want to do it today.
Oh yeah. I've gone almost a week where I just didn't want to. I've had stuff and it was just like, Degato. That is a great question, sir. My favorite question of the night.
I lost him.
What is your YouTube page? I haven't heard of you before. First off, ouch. Secondly, it's Kato's Collection. Katos Collection with a K. Kollection. Kato's Collection. Just Google that and you'll find me.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, dude. I forget how we discovered each other.
I saw you. I think it's partially true. I know that I'd watched one of your videos at some point a couple years ago.
Somebody had recommended me to you. That's when I just started kicking off the sit rep thing.
But I think you may have been on Deluxe's around 30. I can't remember which one happened first.
It was Deluxe. It's Deluxe's fault. A lot of this happened.
I blame Deluxe for me even doing this. He doesn't take credit for it, but he helped me get started. He doesn't realize it, but I was like, "Hey, I'm watching your stuff. How do I do any of this?" But he also he used to not like me, so it's fine. It's whatever.
Well, it was Bert the Stormtrooper took me under his wing. I don't know how we met. I can't remember exactly, but he was on Facebook, and when we both discovered we were both veterans, I mean, immediately that clicked. And then on YouTube, well, here's what you need to do. Try this. And then he's the one that got me over my 1,000 subscribers mark because he did one of his shows and says, "Hey, there's a brand new YouTuber out there. He's a fellow veteran. He could use your help." Boom. I got like 100 subscribers in 3 days.
It's funny. Look at Skywarp Greer. He's like, I don't even know whose interview I don't even know whose channel I'm on. I follow both of you. He just clicked the link. You're on his.
Yeah, I mean, today. I had just did my cheater review, and I'm just bored. I haven't talked to Cato in forever, and I just sent him a text. Hey, can you talk? You want to get on live and just shoot some shit?
I was in bed. I just laid down after watching yours. I was like, I'll go to bed. I get up at like 5 a.m. or whatever. And I was like, I was sitting there. We were watching something. I was watching you actually.
Don't say my real name.
And I looked over at the lady, and she was like, "Go ahead." So I was like,
"What time is it? 10:50." Yeah, we kind of went over that half-hour mark.
I don't care. It's fine. I'm not sleepy. Don't Patch McCloskey. Who is Overlord? Oh man, that's a Google question right there.
He's a biggin.
Yeah. There's some really, and that's one toy that I still don't have. I have no Overlords, and I keep
just giving you grief.
Almost getting the Combiner Wars, Titans Return, whichever one that is.
Which one, Overlord?
Yeah.
That was Titans Return.
Titans, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get the. Yeah, you got Fans Hobby, right?
Yeah, that's the Overlord I got.
Yeah, and you didn't like Carnifex. You didn't like the Mastermind Creation one.
His plastic was too thin, and he just wasn't G1 enough for me. You know how I am.
No, they definitely go more IDW. Mastermind Creations definitely is more IDW. But that Fans Hobby is beautiful. It's a beautiful figure. I'm going to get their. I'm actually going to get their Armada Prime, I think.
Let's see. I'm in West Virginia, and Cato's in North Carolina.
South Carolina.
It was one of them Carolinas. They're all the same.
They're not either. You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth. North and South Carolina are not the same. One is basically never mind. Moving on.
Yes, but on the plus side, Unutabi, I put him on eBay and I made about $60 more.
Is the Carnifex one small? It's smaller. It's definitely smaller than Fans Hobby for sure.
Let me get him.
I keep like passing up the Titans Return one. Oh man, that comes in.
Here's Titans Return,
which is a great looking figure.
My very first YouTube review.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Here
Oh, he's a beast. He is a beast. And the Carnifex that we're talking about is probably about halfway between both of those.
Yeah. I've got an upgrade set coming for him too.
You just made Udutabi drool. He has been fighting getting that for so long.
Don't fight it.
Well, it's typically hard to find. You got to wait for a reissue.
Well, I think he's being reissued right now.
Yeah. It's a good figure. I think you can get him. I think you can get him straight from Fans Hobby for under $250. I think. J Rod said, "I discovered Thew Adams first, he's really funny and does good stuff. That led me to Optimus Primal, which led me to Patriot Prime and Cato. Look at that. It's like a tree.
It's like the 7 degrees of Thew Adams.
Yeah. Which one? Thew Adams is basically Kevin Bacon. Let's see. Do you guys like these chats?
Sometimes we never watch this again.
Yeah. Most of the time, if we're in the whole thing, we never watch it again. But if there's something you said in the chat that we didn't see, I do check the comments of videos I'm in. So leave something in the comments section.
We don't reply on them all, but we check them all the time. Yeah. That's why I try to do a little heart thing to say at least, hey, I looked at it.
Yeah. So if there's something you said in here that we missed, just leave it in his comment and we'll look at it.
Where did
Jesus?
Never in a million years. I hate Zoom. That's what these are for.
Yeah, I've only done one Zoom meeting and we quickly changed it. We went to something else, a lot more secure than Zoom. Cato, who does your theme music? That's what made me subscribe. That was done by a guy in the UK. He has a YouTube channel. His name is Junk Heap Dave. And he does some badass heavy metal reviews. And what I mean by that is he will write a full heavy metal song and perform it as a review of a figure. It's genius. But he does music for some friends of mine, the Figure Force, a bunch of guys in the UK, and he makes some great parody songs. And I reached out to him and said, "Man, would you do a theme song for me?" And we went through a few different 80s things. I was going to do Mask. I was going to do, what was another one? Anyway, went through a few. And I said, "Oh, is there one that you haven't done?" He said, "I've never done Transformers." And I was like, "Well, what the fuck are we even talking about? Do a Transformers." Like, why is this a debate? And he did that. So he was a really good guy. Junk Heap Dave. Go follow him. Go subscribe to him on here. He's got one that's just a music channel, and then one that is actual Transformer stuff.
And Junk Heap Dave, that's 2 words, right?
I think Junk Heap is one, and okay. Dave is another.
That's what I meant.
So if you find it, you'll know you get the right one. He's got a music channel with just a few things on it, and he just restarted his actual YouTube. So go over there and tell him I told you to look for him.
Yeah, I'm down. It's hard getting the time right, though.
Degato, am I military like PPR? I am not, for many reasons, but rather than military, I ended up working civilian-ish stuff. So, no, I am not. I did not serve in the military, but I work with some folks.
And that's why he's not on Facebook, and that's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah, I'm involved with folks that do. Patreon Cato, what do you guys think of MGO? I watched a lot of MGO.
Oh yeah, I used to watch him all the time.
Yeah, he was my go-to for reviews and transformation. I think the guy is a pioneer. I think he's been doing this so long, and there's a lot of us, whether we like to admit it, probably wouldn't be doing it if there weren't for people like him and Piog and all those people that have been doing it before. And he's got a system and it works for him. I think his little skits at the end can be really hilarious. And yeah, I mean, I've watched very many MGO reviews, a lot.
Now, Graham, the Collector 75 was my go-to forever. For me, before I got started, I would watch him go, but he's one of those guys I jump through his reviews. I will skip the first part. I'm all over the place because he's got I'll give him props because he is deadline. I mean, he does each review start to finish the same style. Me, there's no script. That's why in some reviews I will go over the articulation, some I will not because I just flat out forgot. Used to watch him a lot. Balt Matrix, PR, Collector 75. Only had a few.
And T Fan Page, he's another one that I came across doing that whole same thing, running across all those. T Fan Page 101. He just asked if we ever came across his videos. Yeah, I came across him by around the same time Rodimus Primal and all those guys.
I discovered Toys R Us. I always get that screwed up. I discovered him through you, Cato.
Oh, was that right during our interview?
Yeah.
You talk about a guy with a freaking crazy collection. Golly. Like, he didn't only do G1 stuff, like American G1 stuff. That dude went the extra mile and started getting the international variants. Crazy.
Now, kid, I will hit this one because I probably know why. Because Bert the Stormtrooper does the same thing, and I used to. Because when we were kids in G1 day, the figure came in the alt mode in the package. Mm-hmm. And that was part of the fun of the transformation. The only way you knew what the robot was the artwork on the package. And so once you got home, you couldn't wait to transform that car into a robot. So a lot of us, kind of as a throwback to those simpler times of the 80s, we would transform to the alt mode first just so we can kind of give you that experience we had. Now, that's why Bert did it. That's why I did it. That may be why MGO does it. Not for sure. And another reason, I think it's easier to transform from vehicle mode to robot mode sometimes anyway.
Sure.
But I think now a lot of people want to see, since these guys come in robot mode, they just want to see it straight out of the package. How do you get to point A to point B? Now, I, for one, I'm not going to transform it back. There's some people that transform from bot to beast and then beast back to bot. I'm not doing that. My reviews are already at 15 minutes plus. I try to keep
we're too southern for that mess. It would take us for damn ever to do something. Now, when I do mine, I just choose to do mine however it comes in the box to the next mode. If it comes in vehicle mode, I start in vehicle mode. If it comes in bot mode, I'll start in bot mode. But yeah, I think the another good reason to do it the way Bert and MGO does it, and to be fair to MGO, he also does separate transformation videos where he goes in both directions. So there's plenty of room for him there. He just how he does a review isn't the only way. But like there are like there's probably more folks that do it the way I do it, which is package to alt mode. So it's good. I think it's good to have folks like Bert that go from alt mode to the other way because it gives you a reason to try to find a video to do it the other way around.
14,000 subscribers the other day.
So awesome.
Yet for some reason he only gets like 300 and some people on his reviews. But yesterday he reviewed that new Ecto 1, 3,000 hits in one day.
Oh wow, that is a beautiful car.
He was top of the world, man. He's such a great guy too. Did you see his video with the package Dylan sent him?
No.
Oh my gosh, go on his channel. Dylan sent him a surprise. It is so funny to watch.
I don't think I did. I will definitely watch that after that. I try to. There's a few guys that I try to really watch, but you know how it is. We've said it before. It's like because we subscribe to so many people that it's just like you know what I don't like anymore.
What?
And that may change down the road, but I don't like that YouTube doesn't tell us who subscribes to us anymore.
No, they don't.
Like after 1,000, you don't get to see, and some of them you didn't see anyway. But if they had their private subscription thing on, but I enjoyed seeing the names of the people that subscribed. So I try to tell everybody, if you subscribe, leave a comment on something and say, "Hey, new subscriber, let me know that you joined up," because I want to say thanks.
Now we do. We try our best to read every comment. At least I do. You know.
Yeah, I don't think that we.
Hell, I don't know. I got an alert. I'll go right through and read the comments. I try to at least heart ones that prove to you that I read the comment. And then if something is something I can reply to. I just don't want to be the generic, hey, thanks
for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I try to reply to as many as possible, and it gets harder and harder as it goes because it's difficult. But thanks, Dagupa. Was it Dagupa that said that?
Kato.
Degato. Thank you, Degato. There's a Degato and a Dagupa in here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It means I hope that we could get across like how cool that is and how much that matters. Like how much getting a subscriber.
Thanks, kid Toby.
Or a channel member, which is awesome. Or like that stuff really matters. Like I know y'all might not think it does, but it does.
I don't know if you get this or not. Can you get a grid square? In the military, we'd always send those privates. Go get a grid square. Check the tire pressure in those treads.
Deluxe says he only replies to Cato. He does, but he replies with some really sweet stuff that I won't share here. It's very romantic.
I was so disappointed when that happened. Because I didn't notice at all. I took him out of the package. I was like, this is a cool looking figure. As soon as I flipped that back part up and that turret went, like, what the heck? Oh, and guess what? I contacted Hasbro about it.
Oh,
I took pictures of everything they asked me to. I took a quick video showing them the helicopter turret. They replied back with, "We're sorry, we no longer have any Warpath in stock, but we will send you another item of equal or greater value."
Oh boy. And you know it's going to be nothing. The here's the thing. If my Warpath would have been like yours, I would have thought the exact same thing. It's one of my favorite figures. Just because I had absolutely no QC issues, so it's really easy for it to be a fun figure for me. Yeah, I was disappointed on your behalf. I saw that and I was like, man, that's I would have been.
Well, it's funny. You can tell in the intro how excited I am to have him.
Yeah.
Because here's a quick tip for YouTubers. I wish I did not start doing here he is in the package thing, because now I will not open this guy and check him out until I do my intro. So the day I got all those Kingdom figs, I knocked out 5 intros in 8 minutes. Just this intro, just so I can get those all open. And if I had messed with Warpath that day, I could have probably taken him back to Walmart and traded off and got another one, but he was already sold out.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man. There's nothing fun about QC issues at all. But as far as like that's why I'll take them out, and when I show the box in a review, it's an empty box. Because I can't wait. I can't do it. I'm going to take it out of the box. I'm going to mess with it for a few hours because I'm not, and you're not either. We're not just reviewers. We actually do like to mess with the toys.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I'll sit, especially when we do those long 3-hour chats, we're always down here playing with something.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, other than right now, I'm actually about to type in the messages here, but there's plenty of times I've got a desk spot over here and we're just talking and just like messing with
I
stuff.
do, Eddie. Can you message me on Instagram or on Facebook if you have that? Thank you. I mean, thank you.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Very cool. Very cool. I need to get a PO box. If for no other reason, I just need to get one. Thanks, kid Toby. I'm saying thank you like it's my chat. I ain't getting anything out of it. We're splitting it.
Yes, thank you, kid. I appreciate it. Mine internet's so slow.
We're splitting it. What y'all don't realize is after YouTube takes its like 60%, we're splitting the rest.
Yeah. Actually, they take about 30.
Yeah, I think it is 30. They say 30, but it feels like more than 30.
You got your first YouTube payment yet?
Yes. Yeah, it was fun. That was fun. And if you guys think that we're getting rich doing this, bruh, let me tell you, it ain't happening.
After I first got monetized, it took me 6 months to get my first YouTube payment.
Yeah, it's not it's you're not making loot.
And see, that's where going back to guys like MGO, where they started long enough, this is their job. I can only imagine what they get. So, they can knock out a review. Okay, here's my review of Rat Trap. Then an hour later, here's my review of Transforming Rat Trap. For guys like us, I'm working, so I got to work all day, try to squeeze in time for the review, all this other stuff. Guys like that can just bam, 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 bam. I think Rodimus Prime now does this. This is his job.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, I would love. I mean, my real job is irreplaceable to me. I love what I do. But unfortunately, because of what I do, I haven't been able to do it since like the last March. But yeah, so like I would love to do this.
I'll check it out.
But yeah, I mean, if I can end up making, that's fine. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with making money doing something you love? That's it. Isn't that the dream?
That's what I do in my real job. There's no way in hell I'm telling people what I do. Not this age. Can't know what I do.
Nope.
Hey, nope. No way.
All YouTube needs to know is what I do for a living is talk to you guys and play with toys.
Yep.
Deluxe says he burns his YouTube checks. Take that, YouTube. That's a way to stick it to the man.
Wait, you get checks?
Plural? YouTube. I bet Deluxe does. I bet he's making bank.
Mm-hmm. So honestly, you might have mentioned it earlier. Are you doing all right? You feeling okay?
Yeah, Deluxe. Tell the truth. How you feeling?
How you feeling?
I messaged him earlier. He said he's living, and that's better than the alternative.
Yeah,
and that's good. Fire Talks. That's why all my designs are free. I don't want this to be my job. Yeah, that's fair, man. And you make awesome stuff. Cato, which Bruticus is that behind you? That is the Mastermind Creations all built-in combiner Assaultus. And I love that figure.
Kato's got a lot of third-party back here.
It is not flawless, but it's a lot of fun. I do have a lot of third-party back
I see you keep your Masters of the Universe Origins in their package too. I don't have anywhere to put mine yet.
Only because I don't have anywhere to put it. I bought some pegs, and I think I'm going to put them on this wall over here. Anything that I have still in box, I think I'm going to line the wall with them.
My
wallpaper.
My office, if you've seen my video where I did my review space, I've got a window here. And of course, I have this window here that I put this awesome shelf in. But I have a stairway that goes up into this office and around. So I have all this space that I guess I could put shelves up, but I'm going to have to get a ladder. And it's one of those, once I put shelves up and put figures on the shelves, it's going to be like maybe once every 4 years they get touched.
Yeah.
The way this room's set up. I mean, my house was built in the 1920s. So we got tons of rooms in this house, and this room has no air conditioning and no heat. So I had the heat cranking down here for a while while talking to you.
I saw another question up here earlier.
Flying by.
Whatever your guys' real world job is, I hope you're happy with it. Oh yeah, very happy, very accomplished. I love what I do. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
How do you organize your figures? You just put them on the shelf. I am very meticulous how I organize my figures. Though right behind me, where you see the Constructicons and everything, that was all Star Wars figures until about 2 weeks ago. Right now, that area is the only area where figures are just going on the shelf until I decide how I'm going to organize them. Because if you look here, this top 3 shelves is all Optimus Primes. Then, as you go down, those are all Generation 1 Autobots. Yes, Cato, Generation 1.
That's all right. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
That black shelf, those are all Generation 1. And, of course, I'm not messing with my camera. Everything is broke down Generation 1. You go into the corner. Then you have modern figures.
Click the little 2-screen button down there at the bottom. The two little rectangles side by side. It'll give us both. It'll give you a wide. There you go. You can see a little bit more of yours.
Okay, so over there beside Prime, that's 3 shelves of Megatrons. Then I have all G1 Decepticons. Combiners are over there on their side. So everything's organized.
I don't have that kind of. I don't. Well, at this point, I'm putting things where they fit. You can't see it, but I've got a lot of the Earthrise and stuff that I use for comparisons a lot are on shelves below the flag over here that you can't see. In the back, I've got some kind of order. Prime and Megatron are up here. 86 movie stuff is right here. Masterpiece scale Autobots are here. Masterpiece scale Decepticons over there. So it's, I guess there's some purpose to it.
Yeah, you can.
Flex 2. Somebody asked about dusting.
Oh God, it's nonstop.
I don't know what it is with this. Go ahead.
Black shelves. If you look, most of my room here is white shelves. The dust you can get away with for months. Black shelves, constantly. Don't go black.
You'll never go back. Wait. I don't know what it is with this room in particular in the apartment, but it does not. It's virtually dust free. I don't understand it. I don't know why. I'm just appreciative of it. In the living room where we have the other, like I've got a bunch of other Transformers and stuff that we put out there, because she was pretty adamant that she didn't want us to hide our collections. She wanted it to be part of the house. So there's stuff out there that I don't have in here. That stuff has to get dusted.
Now, here's an interesting question. Do you guys feel that other people reviewing figures is competition? I try to make mine different. Kato.
Competition? No, not really. I mean, I think there's a certain amount of jealousy involved when you see somebody that you know get something before you do, but it's funny. Like it's a funny thing. Like we do it all the time in the Rejecticons. Me, Larkin's Lair, Inu Tabi, and Sarda Newsfile. We go back and forth all the time, mostly with Larkin because he gets crap like normally at least a few days before us, and we laugh about that. But other reviewers as competition? No. I've had a lot of inspiration from a lot of reviewers to where it's like, oh man, I don't want to copy that, but that's really clever how they shortened this bit or did this transformation so it took less time or edited a certain way. But I don't think so. Do you see them as competition at all?
Now, when I first got to doing this, you would always feel bad. It's like, well, I just reviewed that figure. How come I'm not getting the views that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And you get over that for after a while. Once you realize you develop a fan base. I mean, I can hop on any video and I can guarantee you, I know that I'm going to get 20 comments from 20 certain individuals. And it's hard work. You just don't hop in on this and, okay, I grabbed this Cyclonus. He's a brand new figure and I'm going to review him. You're not going to get the hits.
Yeah.
It takes forever to get yourself established, especially with what we're doing. We're reviewing Transformers. There are thousands of Transformers reviewers, maybe not thousands, but at least hundreds. And trying to get a foothold or a handhold into this, it's hard. I've been going at it for 3 years, and that's work. I mean, you got to buy new equipment. I mean, you're your own worst judge, which is a big issue because will nitpick the hell out of the videos I'm editing. You guys have probably seen it. If all of a sudden I'll have a review up and you're watching it or you're getting ready to watch it and it disappears, it's because I saw something I need to edit out that no one else is going to notice. Yep. But it's stuff like that. I'm kind of losing track here. Hell, that train done derailed.
Wait, no, you said it. I think you said it right. Like the idea that I think you go through ups and downs too as a reviewer. Like there's a lot of ups and downs in. Listen, if you don't get a job, if you don't get a figure first, like a figure that's a hot item, if you don't get it first, you can sometimes get down on yourself, like, well, that's the hot ticket item. That's what people are going to be looking for, and it can eat you alive if you feel like that. And I know I went through it where it was like, oh, I want it early, and if I didn't get it early, I knew that, maybe that meant 100 or 500 or 1,000 less views or whatever because it was a hot ticket item. But it took a while to be like, you know what, I'm just going to review what I like when I get it, when I can. And
one of the things you don't want to do, just don't go out and buy figures just to review.
no,
I did that a lot.
Yep.
My first year, I've practically, a lot of the figures I didn't care for. I just, I better buy this and review it. It don't cut it. But I don't know if he's in here anymore, but Optimus Prime is the one that really opened my eyes to this whole YouTube thing. Because when I first started, I did nothing but G1. If you watch my early stuff, that's all I did was G1, because I researched. And yeah, you had guys like MGO and Collector 75. They did their G1 when YouTube first started. So I thought, there's what I'm going to do. Nobody's doing G1 anymore. So I started doing G1. And then somebody asked me one time, says, how come you don't review newer figures? And I was like, well, nobody's going to watch me review newer figures because everybody's doing it. And Taddy said, no, the viewers are going to watch your reviews for you, not the figure.
Yeah. And what didn't add up to me is it's one of those life lessons about that you pretty much can say about anything is like you think something's always going to work better for somebody else and it works for you. And what I didn't realize is people are not that much different than me. And I watch multiple reviews on the same figure. Like when I was just collecting or when I was just watching reviews, I wanted to see a few different people's opinion on it because, maybe this one had a lemon or this one may have a different point of view on it. And it's like, well, why am I any different? Maybe somebody wants to watch Patriot Prime review something and then find out what Cato wants to say about it too. Because if you watch, an example recently, if you watched Patriot Prime's review on Warpath, which if you didn't, you should do that right after this, you'll see that he had some QC issues. Now, as a viewer, I would want to see, holy crap, is this a recurring problem? So I'm going to go check out somebody else's review and see maybe it's a one-off, maybe it's a recurring problem, maybe I don't want to get it at all. So, I mean, I watch multiple reviewers, so I assume other people do too.
So yeah,
the same figure. I mean,
but
that
yeah,
was a long answer.
That's why I kind of felt when I was seeing you guys getting these Kingdom figures left and right, and I'm like, mine doesn't say arriving until February. How are you guys getting these? Of course, my location is terrible for finding anything. I mean, every reviewer I know has a Target nearby. My nearest Target is 2 hours away. I have one podunk Walmart, which has surprised me lately by finding Netflix, Soundwave, Bumblebee in this Kingdom line. But my Walmart refuses to carry these smaller figures like the Micromasters that came out, the Battle Masters. I had to get all those online. It doesn't carry the leader class figures. I had to get those online. And it's like I said, I quit worrying about these guys getting them first. Yeah, I'll send them a text. I see Cato's reviewing Beast Wars Megatron, and I sent him a text with a picture of me going,
yeah, that's such a good figure. Eddie Brennan, who popped that comment up, says not sure if you saw his comment, but he ordered a Warpath and ordered one for you. We'll send it to your PO box when it arrives. That's awesome, nice. Eddie. Deluxe only watches his own reviews.
Yeah, that's why
because you're a freaking superstar. There was another one I saw that may have been a question. Golly.
Rumor Earth Mode Side Swipe Kingdom. The Galvatron, yeah.
The whole chat just jumps like a whole page up at a time.
Well, I tell you what, we're closing in on our 2 hour mark. And when Cato and I first started talking, we're like, let's just do this for a half hour. But this here goes to show you how good of friends that we've become thanks to plastic robots and YouTube. I have never met this guy in person, yet I could talk to him all day. I mean, this is like I've said before, this is like you and me hanging out at Applebee's
That's exactly right. It's like
it's
this is our belly. This is our bellying up to the bar. Bert showed up. When did he come in? He said, "Holy crap, you guys are still on."
Well, I sent him a message earlier and said, "Hey man, you
Oh,
want to hop in and shoot some shit?" I can't on either.
I can't either. We
I was-
swore it was going to be 30 minutes.
I told him when he hopped on, I said, "Listen, I don't want to do this all night. Let's just talk for like a half hour." Okay, 2 hours now.
Ridiculous.
Oh, we plugged you big time, Bert. Go to his channel. Bert's got some great stuff. He reviews everything.
Everything.
And
man,
Ninja Turtles. And Bert's the one that introduced me to. Hold on, I kept the box.
Bert, while you're here, man, that I said it earlier, but that Ghostbusters Ecto 1 vehicle looks stellar. Yeah, those hot chips. That was ridiculous.
Because I dumped Twitter like a bad habit. Twitter can burn. I don't do Twitter anymore.
Twitter has tweeted out.
Twitter,
whatever.
Last twit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had so much fun eating this bastard with Bert. I already told him, I said, all right, when 2021's chip come out, send me one. We'll do it again.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't want any part of that.
Oh, if I find them, I'm going to send you one too. I got your address.
It'll listen. I'm appreciative of every single gift, but I will be an inbox collector when it comes to that stuff. That will stay in package. Oh man.
Well, it was funny. I played it really well. I mean, when I got it, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, Bert's done this multiple times. He eats those chips like Fritos. If I can hold out drinking until he drinks, I win.
Oh yeah, I remember that, and you actually did. You were waiting, and waiting.
10 minutes
just to win.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What did I win? Nothing.
Pride. You won pride. We did a hot ramen or something challenge. It was really freaking hot. Of course, we're going up against Larkin's Lair, who's Filipino, and like that's nothing to him. Like he literally eats that for breakfast.
There's one going on in Baltimore. I don't know if I'm going to go to that or not, because that's a haul for me. I'd love it. I had so much fun at TFCon.
How far are you from Baltimore?
4 hours.
Yeah, that's really a big haul for me. It's probably closer to.
I'd say for you, it's probably about 9.
Do you think? Oh yeah, you're probably right.
It's about 4 hours for me to drive to Charlotte, and Charlotte's right there on the edge of South Carolina.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours for me to Charlotte. So we're about like Charlotte will be a good or halfway point, I think, between the two of us. I don't know. Normally, it always ends up where those daggum conventions happen at a time when I'm working, and the one last year, or one in Virginia, really bothered me because I was in Virginia working
right there,
and I couldn't go, and that broke my heart. But it is what it is. If I go there, I'm spending money. If I don't go there, I'm making money. So one wins, one doesn't.
It was really neat seeing people coming up and shaking my hand and stuff. Of course, I was like 2,000 subscribers then. There's like, oh, I love you, man. Can I get your picture? And I'm like, okay. It was kind of weird, but it was cool. I mean, I talked to people, and that's what I enjoyed the most was the people.
Yeah, that only happened to me. That happened to me once this past year, actually, at a local con that happened in spite of everything that's going on. And I was walking in with actually the girlfriend and her dad. They went with me, and I was buying something. I think I bought that third-party mind wipe that's up there, that one right there.
Oh, I see.
And I had my Cato's t-shirt on, and some guy started talking and said something, and he was like, "Hey, wait, are you Cato from Cato Collection?" And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Yes, I am.
Why, hi there.
I was waiting for to go. You suck. Like, I can't argue with that. But yeah, it was just really cool to be like. It's a weird feeling to get recognized or noticed, and that was one moment where it happened. I would imagine everyone else there was like, who?
Kato, isn't that OJ's friend?
We go a long way back.
Well, brother, I think we're going to wrap this up. It is 11:30. We went on 90 minutes longer than I thought we would. This was fun. I really enjoyed you guys in the chat. If I missed your questions, I'm sorry. I mean, they're flying by on the side. Kato's trying to hop in here and get them. Deluxe says I want to be next to Kato, so everybody will know him. What the hell did I do with my hat? There we go.
Oh, Deluxe. If you weren't feeling, if it wasn't for you not feeling well, I'd drive all the way just to give you a big old kiss on the lips.
It'd be kind of tickly.
Wouldn't do that.
Your beards wouldn't get tangled up now.
That's right. It's like it would be more like Velcro though.
Shaved.
That was it. It would be more like Velcro now. It would be terrible.
All right. Well, let's cut this out. You want to go to bed? I want to go to bed. And you guys are freaking, oh, that's your thing, Kato. You got to do you guys are freaking awesome. Thanks so much. And we'll see you next time. This is Patriot Prime and
Kato signing out.
Hooah! Now we go odd and I hit the end broadcast. There's got to be an easier way to do this.